Okay, impressive effort, everybody. All right, so we are back in the open meeting. We have one scheduled agenda item, and that's to discuss CEO compensation. We have a presentation from Becky Potterbaum to aid us in that.
Good afternoon, Chair and members of the board. Thank you for the opportunity to provide an informational update on CEO compensation for fiscal year 2026. As outlined in statute and board policy, the Kansas Board of Regents are responsible for setting and reviewing compensation for the CEOs of the 6 state universities and the CEO of the board office. This includes an annual review to ensure compensation remains competitive, performance-based, and aligned with market conditions. It's important to note that under existing board policy, up to 49% of a CEO's total compensation may be funded through private sources such as university foundations. This provision has long supported the board's ability to attract and retain top leadership talent while maintaining public accountability. We are sincerely grateful to the foundations for their continued partnership in this effort. In 2025, the board engaged an external consulting firm to conduct a comprehensive review of CEO compensation. The consultants' work included reviewing the board's current compensation policies and practices, validating peer institutions' groupings for benchmarking purposes, analyzing national and regional market data, and recommending a new compensation philosophy aligned with the board's long-term strategic goals. This process culminated in the board's approval of a new CEO compensation philosophy and policy at the June 2025 meeting. This updated policy reinforces the board's commitment to strong, effective leadership across our institutions. As part of its revised philosophy, the board will now evaluate total CEO compensation on an annual basis. Previously, the board reviewed this compensation components at time of hire or when specific needs arose. And now I'm going to share the chart. The CEO compensation for fiscal year 2026, as shown, reflects the consensus reached by the board during executive sessions. These compensation levels align with the updated approach and are informed by both market data and individual CEO performance. Strong leadership is essential to the continued success of our institutions and to the broader mission of advancing higher education in Kansas. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Okay, any questions?
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to thank Becky. Oh, can you be here? I just want to thank Becky and, well, I'll let them re-able you, Blake. Blake and I are in the same room, sorry. I just want to thank Becky and the governance committee for all their work on this. I know we've spent months working on our philosophy and just looking at the market. I just appreciate everybody's hard work. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Any other questions? Okay, so while we're thanking people, Becky, I want to add my thanks for the presentation. I think it's particularly appropriate to do this presentation, given that we've updated our philosophy and our policy to also enhance our communication. So thanks for doing it. And thanks for everything you've done through this whole process. We've been at it for over a year. Thanks to all the KBOR staff that helped, and certainly thanks to our consultant, and as Becky mentioned, the outside organizations that actually help us all the way through implementation of these sorts of things. So just a couple brief comments I think are important to make. And one is that we've long talked about that some of the most important actions we take concern our CEOs. Leaders matter. Leaders set a vision, visions that are compelling. They help support and unlock people to bring their unique talents towards those visions. And through all of that, then we accomplish our strategic plan, helping Kansas families, supporting Kansas business, and advancing economic prosperity. And so that really means it's important that we make the right decisions that concern them. One of those is compensation. So knowing that, the board over a year ago undertook the effort to do a thorough, comprehensive, thoughtful review, and then to work to have a path forward. And I believe we've done just that. We saw the first elements of that with our philosophy and our policy last week, and now we're taking steps towards implementation. Another important thing that comes from this is modeling the way as our leaders at the various institutions also have similar things they're doing to make sure they take actions that bring their teams to fair market value. So our actions to move our CEOs towards fair market value certainly are really important in a multitude of ways. John put a few thanks in to the board. I'll add to that, just say thanks to the whole board. Appreciate the thoughtful, thorough, careful review and an evaluation and working to set the path forward with the things we passed last week. And I look forward, hopefully, to a successful motion today. So towards that end, I move that we accept the table as presented. So
I second.
Thank you. Thank you, Vice Chair Rolfe. So any other discussion from any of the regions? Okay, hearing none, let's vote then. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, wonderful. Well, again, I view this as very important work and something that'll help chart a path for our current leaders for years and future leaders as well. So thanks everybody for all your efforts. That's our business for today. So barring something unforeseen happening in the next 80 hours or so, we've had our last meeting of the academic year. So thanks for everything you did all year, and everybody stay safe. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We're
Thank you.
adjourned.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.